Close my door. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kim. And as y'all can see, I'm chilling like a villain, but I decided to make this a series because I wasn't done talking about the ugly truths, okay? And I left off at, how we gotta face just you and God. You know what I mean? You yourself and God. You can't really fix other people, and that's the problem with this ugly truth. Like people gotta fix themselves. Like, we go around here trying to fix this person, that person, the next person, even our children. But the truth is, they gotta walk their own path. They gotta do the work themselves. You can't do it for them. Like you will notice sometimes you could take on other people's karma. I done did it. Like put yourself in somebody else's shoes or trying to take care or fix something for somebody else and then they problem become yours. That's how you taking on other people's karma. Some people got to experience stuff that's meant for them because God put it in their path for a reason, okay? Um, so I'm going to just say this, like, energy is that it transfers, right? So that's in that way the karma can also transfer to you. And in that way, spirits can also transfer to you. So be careful who you exchanging these bodily fluids with, okay? And any of your energy with. It don't just have to be sexual. Okay, so this is the stuff that people don't talk about. Like this is real. But you can't go around telling people, oh, if you had sex with them, guess what? Now you got all their spirits, their entities, and their energies and whatever attachments they had attached to them. Now they on you. You will notice because their life will start being similar. You'll start to notice. People even start to look alike. It's so crazy. Like they start to act alike, talk alike, walk alike. All that. If you pay attention, and that's because of the energy exchange. Okay. Um, for example, somebody could be like doing so good at their job, at the top of the top of their on their shit, the top of their, everybody recognize them and rewarding them at work. They doing real good. They fuck with a bum, right? This is an example. Next thing you know, they done lost their job. They doing bum shit. Now they a bum. Like, and now it's two bums instead of one. Like that's how that shit work for real. If you pay attention, if you stop to think about it or look at people around you, you gonna see it. I promise you. But anyway, all of this stuff is real and people don't talk about it because you can't talk about energy exchange and how energy don't die and how it's transforming. Because then they're gonna think, okay, so what the fuck are we, transformers, or who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? They gonna just start to treat you and talk to you and act like you the crazy one, when in reality, everybody don't got eyes to see. Okay, and that's why so many people is the blind leading the blind. But anyway, when you know better, you do better. So when it comes to these ugly truths, we don't just have to face things like I was talking about, such as our egos dying, because again, we still have an ego. We don't just got to face that. We got to face, things that were done to us, the heartbreak, the pain, the wrongdoings, right? We got to face them, but not only facing that person and facing the situation, but being able to forgive after you face it and to be able to forgive to the point where you able to let it go. Because sometimes you could think you forgave somebody and you really haven't forgave them. Like I said, I made the status the other day where I said I gotta, ask God for forgiveness again, like again for y'all. Like you know what I mean? Because sometimes you would think you let go of something, and then you would realize that you really didn't let it go because you would be able to, it should feel better around you and that person. You'll be able to let it go. Like, and sometimes you can forgive, but you don't forget. And in that way too, we still holding on to shit. Real talk, we still holding on to shit. Cause I'm one of them. I will forgive your ass, but I never forget what you did to me. And in that case, you really gotta dig down deep inside your spirit and your soul to be able to completely let that go because you still somewhere holding on to it. Okay, you just don't know it. So, being in denial of all these things, you just fooling yourself. You're not fooling the universe. Okay, you can't fool the spirit. Not your higher self, not God. not whatever you believe in spiritually, not your ancestors or your spirit guides. You can't fool them. Okay. So don't even try it. Period. Don't even try it. Like I tell people, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to God. Like period. So lying to yourself and being in denial is not healing in no way, shape, or form. Okay, so you got to be authentic. You got to be honest. You got to be completely and utterly ready to release and let go and forgive and move on and heal to evolve and grow. That is the hardest part. Like being able to put all those steps together to be able to evolve and grow to the next level, to where you walking in the room with them people don't even affect you, phase you in no type of way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to kill all that with love and kindness. That's why love is the most powerful thing, because you ever try to be mean to somebody, or and they was nice, and they was so nice that they showed so much love that you couldn't even be mean to them. That's what I'm talking about. And you got to be that same way with other people. Like show that much love to people where you kill off the enemies just with love. Like it's that powerful. You can do it. Um, you got to learn it, of course, and everybody learn and do things differently. So I'm not even gonna sit here and try to tell you how. I'm just telling you it works, okay? And it works not because I do this, but because I've seen it work, okay? I tell y'all no lies. So yeah, when I say it's not easy to face these things, we really got to go into that 12th house, that basement in our birth chart. Secrets, the fears, face everything for you to be. I ain't saying completely fearless, but fears is not real. It's basically false evidence of things appearing real that are not. Okay, because a lot of times you know you will realize that even your fears they manifested. Because I told you I was faced with mine, right? When none of them real shit that I made up, and you can create shit. And guess where you're creating it at? In the five deep. Well, I think they said a five deep. Anyway, it's another room, right? I ain't really got the dimensions and rooms on lock yet. I'm just be honest with y'all. But people talk about it, so find those people. You might learn something. But anyway, you do create these things, though spiritually speaking, energetically speaking, you create everything. Like we are co-creators. We unconsciously create, and that's the thing with our words, with our actions, okay, and with our thoughts mainly, okay. This is real shit, and this is how we create. And like this is how you can manifest and create things unknowingly and not meaning to. Like okay, so for example, we're gonna use love, a relationship, right, as an example. You ever manifested a relationship? um Let me see how I want to put this. Okay, but anyway, okay, I'm gonna tell you this story a long time ago because I used to be one of them kids that played on the phones, right? And I used to play in my cousin's phone book all the time. She had this black book where literally she was so cute, so she had all these numbers in it. And I used to just play on the phones. Like I used to play on phones. I even call psychics because I was skeptic, right? Yeah, playing too much, young and dumb, but even that wasn't no coincidence. I know that now. But I used to play on phones, right? So I used to play on phones. So one day she hooked me up with one of her dude out of her phone number, her black book. She hooked me up with one of her dude's little nephews or whatever. Never seen to do a day of my life, right? But I was just like trying to manifest love at a young age at that time, which I don't even know why, because who the fuck thinking about love that early? I was though. But anyway, I talk to this boy every day, every night, all night. I'm talking about we fell asleep on the phone. That kind of love. It was that young love, right? Puppy love is what they call it. Um, I even watch my children doing it to this day. But anyway, never seen this boy. Okay, so I'm like, we can write each other. We started writing each other. So, okay, I'm going to send you some pictures. You send me some pictures. Of course, he was happy with my pictures, right? But boy, oh boy, and I fell in love with this boy's voice. I never seen him. Remember? And we used to talk this good game and this good stuff to each other, and it just felt good, right? Everything was all good. I just knew I found the one. And so, really, then I didn't know I was trying to heal, abandonment issues then. Issues where I didn't feel loved by my parents, by my family members, just didn't feel the love. So I'm trying to manifest it at a young age, right? So that's how you know I was naive. Like I'm falling in love with somebody I never even seen, and I was in love with his voice. You couldn't tell me. Don't let that phone die. Like we had pagers back then, and we ain't had these kind of phones where you could FaceTime people and all that. So I never seen what he looked like. You just got literally. I come from an era where they actually you put a quarter in them phones and they work. Like yeah, that era. That's where I'm from. But the payphone era. But anyway, this boy finally sent me a picture of him and his cats. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I still remember this boy's name. Um, his name was Tone, and hopefully he ain't watching this video. But Tone looked at worse than the damn cat, y'all. I would have dated a cat at that point. I was like, oh my god, it just ruined everything. One picture, like I never want to talk to that boy again. In fact, he kept calling me because we thought we was in love, right? I stopped answering the phone for that boy. I stopped talking to him and everything off of physical looks. Like it was the dumbest shit, like the youngest shit, like the childish shit, like that I did when I was younger. But in that way, we manifest love, not knowing it. Like I got somebody who I felt like was the one for me, and I manifested that, not even knowing what he looked like. But the moment I looked at him and he wasn't what I wanted, I completely was turned off, and ignored that boy and blocked that boy out and never talked to him again, ever. Like, literally. Don't know what happened to that boy to this day. But I felt bad afterwards, but I had to cut him off. And that showed me that all that was just an illusion, something that I manifested and I built, putting the energy and the effort into. And that's how we create, right? So, yeah, you got to be careful what you manifest and create because it'll come to you and you ain't ready for it, or it won't come to you like you want it. And that's another thing. We got to heal to the point where we got to be able to accept how God give it to us. Unless you pray for it and manifest it specifically, then you better take what you can get, okay? Because I know this too. I had some people that came back and told me I broke their heart, all type of stuff, right? And I noticed they the ones that did the best in life. Like literally, I ended up with all the losers, L7s, right? And they doing so much good. I'm like, damn, I did y'all a favor. Like for real, for real. Like, if I must be honest, I mean, but we still cool. Like they still want to be cool with me because I was just that cool. But at the end of the day, I see where I fucked up at. You know what I mean? You can't even fall in love with people because of physical traits, but that's how young I was at that time. Now that don't matter. Like I don't go for that now. But back then I had a type and I wasn't dating outside of that type. Period point blank. Like and that's where we set these expectations, and we set we get real picky and restrictive and we certainly we think we know what we want, but it's like, dang, you wondering why you can't find what you want in one type of person. You keep encountering the same person because God is trying to tell you, like, be open. Be open to minded because everything you want ain't gonna come wrapped like you want it. So you wondering why you ain't got what you wanted by now. It's because maybe you falling in love with people for physical traits. When you need to be falling in love with they spirit and they soul. Okay? So yeah, we gotta know this, guys. We really do, especially at our age. I don't know how old y'all all is, but at my age, by the time you get my age, you better know it, or something wrong with you. Okay, you just slow, dumb, and retarded. You need to try again. Do not pass go. Go back and collect that $200 and start over, like for real. But I'm thinking of Monopoly, but life ain't no game though, y'all. This is real shit. Like, and that's the thing. Everybody want what they see on TV. Everybody think it's TV, and really the TV fooling us. Even the TV lie, the media lie. The people that produce that stuff, they don't tell y'all the whole truth. Cause if they did, y'all go crazy. They trying to tell y'all and only put up out stuff out there that's not gonna have y'all panic and come into the White House and trying to look for them. Like for real talk. Like they're not gonna tell us everything. If we knew everything, I don't even know if we all ready for it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like everybody trying to wonder what's going on underneath the water and in the sky and come on now, like everything here on earth ain't enough to fucking worry about and what's going on here. Like it's too much going on. I don't even know how God do it sometimes. I don't even know if I wanna know. You know what I mean? It get like that. Like to where I be like, man, you know, I don't even know why people be trying to play God. God's got it. God's job is too big. You know, must be genius, must be magnificent. You feel me? Amazing. Uh, I can't even find the words to describe the God I'm thinking about when we talk about this whole world and how it got created. Man. And then personally, I don't think, speaking of ugly truths, you know how they trying to find out everything. I don't think everything for us to know. Period. That's just like everything when you an adult ain't for your child to know. You feel me? Same thing with God. That's how I feel about it anyway. But when we talking about these ugly truths, people don't want to talk about. They don't talk about when you um been clean from an addiction or been like trying to get sober from an addiction or whatever. Like, cause I've encountered these issues, y'all, and people in my family have, and it'd be hard. It'd be the hardest shit. Like trying to stay at that point. You get tempted, you get tested, you get tried, you get brought around it. People come around you with it sometimes, and it'd be so hard, especially when you're trying to heal and change your life when others around you not trying to change. So that's why you gotta be around like-minded individuals and be around people that's trying to raise their vibration and get their life together and cleanse their soul and their spirit. Like I told my daughter today, like I grew up in church and all that. Yes, this is true. Like I used to literally be made to go to church like at least 4 times a week, right? And I say made to go because we was forced to go, just like they was forced to go, and they passed that down from generations to generations with the brainwashing and everything else. But I refuse. I was that child in church like something ain't right here, like you know what I mean? And then it was just like not the fact that I couldn't get the Holy Ghost, like, cause for a long time I couldn't get it, and I'm figuring trying to figure out how y'all got it and I don't, like literally. And it wasn't because I was cursed, but that's how it felt. It was basically because a lot of them faked it. You know what I mean? People be faking shit even in church. I shit y'all not. I watched it. I watched somebody stand up every Sunday in church and rehearse the same thing every Sunday. It was fucking ridiculous to the point I was repeating it every time she got on the mic. Like literally. And for me, that's not cool. That's not cool. Anytime anybody, now I know I repeat a lot of shit, and that's because I be trying to get y'all to stay with me or just be trying to make it clear. And plus, it's kind of a habit because I repeat shit to kids. But at church, though, that's a different ballpark. If you gotta constantly repeat the same thing every Sunday, it's like being scripted. I don't like that. Ain't nothing over here scripted, edited, or anything because that's how you know it's fake. It's not real. It's like a movie. You know what I mean? It's like scenes that's played out, and that's what I was seeing in church. Like, no offense to nobody that go to church because I would still go to church to hear the message from God. I would. I got invited a couple weeks back. I was gonna go, but then life started life, and that's not no excuse. I should have still went, but I didn't, and I'm just being honest. But I'm gonna go soon. I'm gonna go here soon. You know, just because I do take from everything, and I'm probably never gonna stop going to church. It's just been a minute, and that's because I've been on this spiritual path, and that's okay. You know, I took myself out of a religious setting, and I was set by myself to heal spiritually, just me and God. And I was telling my daughter today, I've never been closer to God ever in my life the way I have lately since I went through this awakening and the way I've been doing this on my own versus in the church. You know what I mean? I noticed a lot of stuff in church that I didn't like that stopped me from going to, like when they put their hand on their forehead and no, no, for real though, y'all. That looked crazy, but I am dead serious. Like I'd have been in so many churches, y'all. And it's because we moved a lot and moved around a lot. And like I said, I was made to go. But I had a home church that I did love at one point. That's the church I got kicked out of the choir. I told y'all that in one of these videos. But anyway, Don't push your hand on my head till I fall if I ain't falling and doing all that myself. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like that. Like, for real. And then that ain't the only thing. That ain't the only thing. Like, I really enjoyed the music in church though, y'all. I enjoyed the music. And then sometimes I did feel the spirit, but not enough like other people to act the fool like they do. Like some people they was just taking it there, like just taking it there. Like I can really bring up some videos and show y'all in the community section how people take it there. But whatever floats your boat. To each his own. Like I thought it was funny in church. I was the kid sitting there knowing like some shit went right, and at the same time other shit was funny, and it was just really hilarious to me. But it was just like, and then I felt like, damn, is it just me? Am I the only one noticing this shit? Like, and then I was also, people when they talk about religion and spirituality and the difference in it, they don't talk about the ugly truths of how, a lot of people demonized it all in one category. You know what I mean? It's like the stereotyping. They put all these people in one category when that ain't even how it should be. You know what I mean? Because when we talk about religious and spiritual things, like it should have never been separated in the first place. God didn't intend for none of that to be separated. Separation come from man. Okay, first of all, let's start there. Second of all, I just feel like the religious people are more blind than spiritual people because they refuse to like find their own way. You know what I mean? I think spiritual people are more bolder when they actually doing the healing. Like in the church person running to the pastor or whoever in head in charge for answers. I've done it. Like when my son was dying in the hospital, I called people all day long. Get up here, come pray. Like my prayers weren't good enough. No, and they make you like that because they have you dependent on them instead of God. Like, and in that way, I realized no, that's not how it should be. Like, but to each his own. Like I said, I'm not here to change nobody's belief or nothing like that. I'm just telling y'all my stories and my experiences with it. Okay, so don't get it twisted. Then I got so much I want to say. It's all coming out at once, but hopefully y'all stay with me because I know I be all over the place sometimes. But that's because I get downloads and I get certain information come to my mind for me to talk about it. Then something else coming right after that. It's weird. I can't explain it, but I don't really share too much of my experiences like I have lately. Like I've never shared that much of my life with my strangers, my soul family, But it's okay, like because y'all is that. Y'all I feel more of a connection with y'all than anybody in my physical world right now because it's like get with people that understand you that's trying to do the same thing you doing. Like really all we trying to do is grow and evolve, some of us if we ain't just here to be messy, like okay, because some people are, and we actually doing the work, like to heal, to to break these chains, these curses, and you know, we don't have no choice. Like you really don't have a choice because you would notice if you stop trying to do it, how everything will just start falling apart in your life. Like because God don't play with you. When He chose you and He called you and He tell you to do something, and you don't want to do it, you got to be obedient. Because if you don't, God gonna show you. And somehow you're gonna get pulled back there. I mean, this is personal life experience. I don't know what y'all's was, but it's something like that. I'm sure. Okay, but uh, it's just been multiple things. I know I can never be evil, and what people say about a person doing tarot and say it's all witchcraft, that's not true because you got to really know what witchcraft is. And then, technically speaking, if you're talking about the church people, the ones that's really accusing us of or practicing it or whatever, um, they sit there and eat Jesus' body and drink his blood at least once a month on a Sunday, okay? And call it communion. So, come on now. What is that? A ritual. We if we're gonna talk about the ugly truths, let's really talk about it here. Let's talk about how y'all got altars that y'all have people kneeling down at. You know what I mean? Uh Crosses everywhere. All of this is what they call it, adultery, not adultery. I'm trying to say adultery and idol, like when you idolizing things, like period, crosses, whatever, like worshiping things. I don't care if it's money. You always craving money. You know that's your God. You know you can't do that, and that way God is a jealous God. Okay, but hey, I'm still learning. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all I know everything. I'm the first person to tell y'all I don't know everything, but a lot of shit I do know. You can always learn something over here, for real. So, with that being said, this the ugly shit that people don't want to talk about because this the real shit. This the get to the nitty gritty shit. You know what I mean? For real. Can't nobody else tell you about you but you, cause they ain't inside your body. And like I said, this body ain't even you. You are a spirit first. And see, that's where a lot of people get it twisted at. If you really want to get real, let's get real then. This ain't even you. You ain't even looking at you like I ain't looking at me right now. This is just a disguise, a vehicle, like a car. I am the person though that's talking beneath the skin and the bones and the cells and the atoms and the protons and electrons. I'm that person. I'm the spirit. I'm the soul inside this body. That's who I am. That's who I truly am. That's me in my authentic self, in my rare form. None of us is in our rare form until we dig deep and do the ugly work and be real. Cause you got people out here literally they worried about you getting tattoos on your body. I got them everywhere. And yeah, it's in the Bible. But guess what? This is not me. This is not me. And y'all got to think about it. King James wrote the Bible mostly, okay, from other people or whatever, however it went, but it's been altered, it's been changed, it's been passed down, it's been played with, tempered, all that. So for me, it's still a question. And that's the truth. Because of that. Because of all of that, I just said. I'm just the type of person I don't trust anyone hardly. And so I don't trust everything that I see and what I read and what I get off the internet and none of that. I don't even trust everything I see because, again, people can fool you. People in disguises, people wear masks, you know. But and then they tell you, this will really get me when they tell you, you could talk to yourself, but you better not answer yourself. I do it all the fucking time. So I guess I'm crazy. But why not? Why not? How can you trust somebody else and what they say, but not what's coming from within you? That's a fucking problem. Come on now, it gotta make sense. How you expect me to trust you? Cause you get up there every Sunday morning, you say what you say, even if it is in running parallel or in accordance to the Bible and what the Bible say. But I'm not supposed to trust what comes out of me. They telling you don't trust yourself, your higher self, your spirit, your soul. That's what's real. And I can't rock with people that tell you that. I really can't. Not every day. Like I can come around y'all, but I can't fuck with y'all like that. You feel me? That's just me though. Because you expect me to trust you and you and you and you and you, but not me. And that's where a lot of people fucked up at. Because it's hard for them to trust them. They always get in needing validation and questioning it, getting everybody else's approval, making sure they do the right things, make the right decisions. I had that problem once. That's from other people though. Projecting that shit onto me had me fucked up. They got me fucked up. And once I knew they had me fucked up and I changed and evolved, shit did a 360. Now I'm believing in me and I'm learning how to trust my own intuition and guidance. You know why? Because they told me not to. They told me You don't know who you talking to or who you praying to, but you do. But you do. Come on now. I don't know who you talking to or who you praying to. And for me, because you know I do tarot, it got to be the devil. It can't be God. It can't be. What? Say what? Say what? Say huh? No, for real though. Seriously, people be running with shit like, but I can never trust anyone more than I trust me. And that's the problem with a lot of us. We need to be able to love, respect, and trust ourselves more than any other spouse, any other family member. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your kids. Because at the end of the day, you came in this world by yourself. You're going to leave this bitch by yourself. And you all you got. You and God. You got to be the one to face God at Judgment Day. Whenever that is. You. Not your mother, not your father, not the pastor, not the pastor's wife. None of them. You. And God, you know what God gonna say to you? He gonna be like, how you listening and trust everybody else but yourself? And it was me the whole time. That's what he gonna say. Or she gonna say. First of all, what y'all gotta understand, if God created the world and he's so genius and mysterious and this great supreme being, right? He didn't make no mistakes. Even what we think is mistakes, and I'm talking about my grandson got cerebral palsy, and he wasn't even a mistake. God designed, and this hermaphrodites out here, they weren't even a mistake. They just different. And God designed everybody to be who they are for that reason. Okay? And even if we don't understand it, God didn't make no mistakes. We make mistakes, not God. Not God. Mm-mm. I refuse to believe that. Mm-mm. So, with that being said, I don't feel like God make no mistakes. He know exactly what he doing. Everything is written, and I'm only telling y'all that because I found it to be true when I used to hear it a lot, but never believed it. I guess because I was young, naive. You know, we learning, we growing, and we evolving. So I didn't know this at first, for real, for real. But I heard it. But hearing it wasn't enough for me. Like it got brought to my face like ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. It's really written. Yeah, that part. So, because I know that, can't nobody else tell me nothing. You don't have to agree with astrology or numerology or anything. But guess what? It's real. Ask me how I know. Because it got proven to me. And I be needing evidence and facts. And I'm a Capricorn. Do your research. I cannot make this shit up. Like I told y'all, I was the biggest skeptic. So all this was my life path to be shown and revealed and proven to me because God knew that already. So in his own way, he brought me out to church and sat me in front of him. Like, look, I need your undivided attention. And this is what it is. And this is what I want you to do. And this is what I want you to tell other people. And boom, that's my assignment. So can't nobody else tell me nothing else about what I'm supposed to be doing here on this earth. See, one thing about it is God took me away from everything and everybody, and He showed me myself and who He was through me. And He had me deal with our own personal relationship when nobody was there in the darkest times, in the darkest moments. He showed me the ugly truth, even when I didn't want to face it, didn't want to accept it, didn't want to realize it. Hearing it from others, you ever heard something from others repeatedly, and if everybody's saying the same thing, they ain't motherfucking lying. It's you. If everybody else saying it's you, it's you. It really is you. So sometimes we gotta just be like, stop telling ourselves, "Oh, it ain't me, it's them." And sometimes we gotta accept, damn, it was really me. And I just got the chills through my body. And that's where the healing starts. That's where the healing start. With you actually stop being stubborn and start, seeing things from other perspectives and start listening to others. Instead of being rebellious, I ain't listening to them. I ain't listening to them. And nah, blah, blah, blah. You block everything and everybody out because you're hard headed. Because you don't want to listen. Because you think you know everything and you can't learn nothing. When you never know everything and you can always learn something. Come on now. I'm telling y'all what I had to go through. And some of y'all got to go through it too. Some of y'all still ain't went through it and need to. Um, so yeah, healing starts with you really facing you. And it ain't gonna be pretty. Trust me. Look at me. I gotta face me without the makeup, without the earrings, sometimes without the weave. It's like without the clothes. I'm talking about try facing you without the skin. Okay? Without all that. That part of you. What that movie Beloved say? I want to, and that was a creepy ass movie. That movie scarred me, by the way. Whoever made that movie, I want y'all to know y'all fucked me up at a young age. I want you to touch me in my inside parts. Oh my God, that was some creepy ass shit, Beloved. And then I remember when I first started automatic writing, didn't even know it was automatic writing, and I was channeling because I told myself at a younger age I was having Bible study at my house every day. Like I said, I was trying to understand the church at this time. I was still into the church, going every Sunday, trying to please other people though, but and trying to really find God in the church. And I was like, okay, God, so I need to hear you. I'm trying to block everybody else out because all they keep telling me is, oh, you don't have faith. So discouraging. You don't have faith and this, that, and the third. And if I have faith, why am I here? Like, I'm a kid. Like, people can fuck people up like that. For real. They don't even realize what they be doing to people. Like, for real. Um, but again, that's where that energy at. Because even it's demons even in church, or it's people that know your calling and your gifts and everything before you do, right? And they see you come in church and tell you these things, like for real, real talk. Like, yes, yes, they will. Family members and all, like, yes, that's their assignment, and they don't even be knowing it. Spiritually, they working against you in that way. Like, yeah, because they don't want you to develop and grow into who you are. But even at a young age, I was looking for God, right? So I started to write on my own. I was always a writer. I was always a writer. So I used to write journal all the time. That helps. And so I wanted to hear God. So I figured I'm going to write God letters. So as I started writing, and sometimes I couldn't even read it, understand it, or nothing, but I would go back and look at it. And then I'd be like, dang, okay, I probably said that, but I ain't say that. Something else said that. God said that. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And that's how I was talking to God at a young age. Didn't even know nothing about automatic writing, what it was called, or none of that. Channeling. But I was doing that at a young age. Okay. And so I started to reread these things, and I was able to distinguish what was my thoughts and what was actually God speaking to me or my spirit guides. And sometimes it got confusion because I didn't know even about spirit guides then. It was just me and God, right? I was just trying to talk to God. And so certain things stood out to me that I knew I wouldn't say, that I knew only God said would say. And I didn't talk like that. So I knew it wasn't coming from me. And that's how it came on for me, um, with me doing automatic writing. And so yeah, when I found out what it was, I stopped doing it. Go figure. Because people say, oh, that's for the devil and all this. Come on now. We write every day in school and they don't say that. They tell us to make up stories in school and they don't say that. How is that any different? They were scar kids, I'm telling you. Confuse the fuck out of kids. I'm telling you, and you grow up an unhealed adult because of it. And you still trying to correct that shit as an adult because they done fucked you up as a kid. Like literally, that's how that shit go. So I have to fix that too. Yeah. But anyway, God been helping me with that. So now I know what it is where I didn't know then, and I still do it, you know, and I still go back and reread, and I still write letters to God because it was something I naturally automatically did. And if I didn't have faith, why would I be doing that? Like, come on now. Don't let nobody tell you how much faith you got. Don't let nobody tell you, because they ain't inside your body. I don't care what you show others. They ain't inside your body. Faith is one thing. This is what faith is. Something you cannot see. Hope is something you cannot see. That's faith. Period. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If I didn't have faith, I'd been gone a long time ago. Period. Because I went through that much shit and God saved me. So can't nobody tell me about faith. And can't nobody tell me God ain't real, because I went through personal life experiences where I encountered God, and God sent certain people to me that, and I know it was God because wasn't nobody there but me and God. And so if these other people knew it, then I know it had to be God. See, that's how God works. He'll send total strangers to you to know your whole life. And you will know. You ain't know them people that ain't there, how they know it. It ain't because they been eavesdropping in your life. It ain't because they been stalking you and following you, hopefully. But when God send a total stranger to you, they know things that only you and God should know. That is how you know that they're real. You know? But there's a lot of people disposing to be those type of people that's not. But you will know by their works. You will know. You will know. You will know by what comes true. And yeah, y'all, I tell y'all all the time, don't base your life on one tarot reading. You know why? Because you're not supposed to, first of all. Second of all, it's used as a tool, not for you to live your life and to put all your faith and trust in man or the cards. You feel me? And I tell my own family this, like, no, I'm not about to do you no reading. Pray, talk to God, because first of all, that ain't what God want. God don't want us always running to the cards or running to watch a reading when we need help. He wants you to run to him or her. That's real shit. That's what people ain't telling you in the spiritual community. You know what I mean? When you get like that, or you feeling like, oh, this reading getting on my nerves. Hold on, y'all. Look, no, real talk. When you get to the point where you like, I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about that. It's time for you to start watching readings. It's time for you to start getting your prayer closet or talking to whatever you believe in spiritually. If you believe in anything, it's time for you to get on your knees and start praying, because you done been doing that a little too much, and God don't want that for you. So at this point, you just scrolling through these readings to get somebody to tell you what you want to hear. That ain't me. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. That ain't me. Cause I'm not here to sugarcoat shit and to make y'all feel good and tell y'all what y'all want to hear. Lie to y'all and manipulate y'all in that way. No, no. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, and I'm gonna tell y'all some shit y'all might not want to hear. And I'm gonna tell y'all some shit that might hurt your feelings. And I'm gonna tell y'all some shit that's gonna be real life shit that people really actually going through. So yeah, they know how to be able to get through it. Not just, I'm not gonna just tell y'all shit to leave y'all hanging in. Damn, what do I do next? No. People that's really trying to help you and heal you and on your side for real, they gonna try to walk you through it. Walk with you through it. They gonna leave you hanging. Oh, pay for a reading, then you can get it. If you don't fucking quit it, that is so fugazi, and it's such a manipulative tactic for people to make money. Y'all gotta be able to discern who is for you and who is not. Okay, just saying. 4444 on the clock. Find your soul family for real. Find your soul tribe for real. Okay, but you'll be able to tell. And then maybe you watching that shit too much. Maybe you just need to take a break. Focus on you, and get off all social medias and platforms, and start, get out the spiritual world for a minute. Because we got to find balance between the spiritual world and the physical world, too. The ugly truth is some people get so caught up in the spiritual side where they go cuckoo, cuckoo, because You can lose yourself. You can go down the rabbit hole a little too much. That motherfuckers reaching down that hole like, damn, is you in there? Is you coming out anytime soon? For real, y'all. They ain't gonna tell y'all this, though. Y'all ain't gonna hear this shit from no other reader, I'm telling you. But sometimes you could be in the physical world so much that, oh, I don't believe in nothing. I am God. And, okay, some people really think that. Hey, to each his own. That's on you. I think I'm a part of God. I don't think I'm God. But, hey, your beliefs is your beliefs. You got to deal with that when it comes to God. That's between you and God. That don't got shit to do with me. I'm just saying. To each his own. And I respect everybody and their beliefs. So I ain't trying to talk about those people, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes some people could be so stuck in the spiritual world, and then others could be stuck in the physical world, so all they worried about is houses, cars, clothes, shit you can't even take with you when you die. Like, literally. You worried about some clothes, some shoes, and it's okay. Get your shoe game up. It's okay. Collect your cars. But at the end of the day, if all that shit burn right now, what you gonna do? Who are you without it? That's what you need to ask yourself. Who are you without it? See, that's the you I want to work on. The you without all that. Without all that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us is really preoccupied, and we don't even know it. We don't even know it. We don't even know it. Preoccupied by the illusions of this world, the material world. Like, and so you will be, that's all you focus on. Money, cars, clothes, hoes, chains, gold, and more money. And you want all of it. You want lots of it. One ain't enough. Two ain't enough. You want mo and 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 mo. And that's the MO. That's their whole MO. Get it? To where you done forgot about God. You done forgot about your higher self. You done forgot this ain't even you. This just your vehicle. It's like the one you trying to buy. You forget about you waking up every day with them breaths. You forgetting about that spirit, that life inside of you. For real, for real. We got life inside of us. It ain't the life outside of us. Life is inside of us for real. It's not outside of us. It's just an illusion. It's not real. This is why how you feel on the inside reflects your outside world. This is how. This is how you can see if somebody happy on the inside. They be like, "Dang, you got a glow, girl. It's showing on the outside." Why you think that is? Cause that girl or that guy got they hearts together. They chakras aligned. They feeling good on the inside. They healthy. They eating right. They drinking their water. That's why they got them glows. They clean. They not addicted to nothing. They healing. That's why. Because they worked on the inside of them. That's how you can tell. And then you can tell who's busted and disgusted how they ain't did no work. You can tell. You can really literally see it. So if and then too, you can look at somebody's house and their car, literally. I've done this myself with my own house and car. Like, if it's out of order, my life out of order. I'm not even gonna lie. This is the ugly truth. And it ain't always been in order. Let me just tell y'all that. Especially with kids. This is the truth. But guess what? I bring it back. We clean it up. Yeah. We throw shit away. All that. On the regular. I had to learn how to do that though. I really did. I wasn't never no hoarder or nothing, but I hoarded the craziest shit, y'all. Paperwork, mail, receipts, weird shit like that. That's what I hoarded. Clothes, to the point where I use Halloween every Halloween to stuff scarecrows to throw away clothes and get rid of clothes because it was just like something I just always did, and that's how I figured out how to get rid of the stuff. Like, it's ways to clean it up, but basically that's where the work come in. And when you do this work, even within your house and your car, you actually in a way, because everything is connected, you actually in a way cleaning out yourself internally too. You is. That's how you would know. Because if you're doing it externally, like say you just wake up like I'm about to go clean out my car. Guess why? Because you done clean something up on the inside of you, and now you feel good. So now is a good day to go clean out your car. This real shit. But people so not unaware of their own actions and why things are being done, they think, oh, I just woke up and I just decided to go clean my car. No. What you did was you healed something within yourself to make you feel good enough to go do that. Because you got more energy. Or your energy got revitalized. Or, you know, what they say, you get a new zest for life. Or you vitality. Now you got new vitality to go, you know, do something productive. Damn. I almost couldn't get that word out. But yeah, that's just one example. But another is like when you're doing spring cleaning, deep cleaning. When y'all doing that, better believe you done really deeply cleaned something from within. Okay? I mean, pay attention to those times the next time you're doing it. And then stop and ask yourself, remember this video and ask yourself, what did I work on to where now I'm deep cleaning inside? Because you will be able to tie the two things together. Real talk. Real talk. And it starts with you, and only you can work on you. We depend on other people to do it for us sometimes. Heal me. We depend on men and women that we dating to heal us, to love us. What my ex told me, my last man told me, and he was so real and so right about it. He said, basically, I love you, but you gotta love you. Like, it was times where I didn't love me, y'all, and he seen it, but he was meant to be in my life to reflect and show me that and tell me that. Like, this how God aligns people and things. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all in a mysterious way. But he was so right about that though. Like, and I was going through so much, and he was too. And I would notice at times where I'm going through the most, he come back into my life. He was in and out of my life, and this is why he's an ex, because he was inconsistent, right? But I was too. I realized with him not putting him first, the same things I was complaining about, I wasn't doing with him. So again, accept accountability for your part and responsibility for your part and shit. Okay? And heal that for the next time or the next person. You know what I mean? We got to. We gotta be real. Because especially if you want something real. Where that shit just gonna be fake as fuck. Period. And I done talked to hours, so I'm about to leave it there, y'all. Cause I can talk y'all to death. My mom told me I need a podcast. But this is as close as a podcast I'm gonna get for now. Peace and love. Until the next one.